If you are starting seeds indoors, what you're actually going to need is a grow light that provides enough consistent light that your plants can use to turn into sugar, convert that into energy, and grow up strong and healthy so that you can transplant them into the garden and get a good harvest this fall. In this video, I'm going to explain just a little bit more about why you need grow lights, how to use them, and the best cheap grow lights that you can get right now. Like I said before, the main reason you need grow lights if you're going to start seeds indoors is because the light that comes through your window is going to be way too directional and way too weak. It's pretty much going to come from either the north, the west, the south, or the east, and it's not going to be enough light so that your plant actually grows upright. It's likely going to lean and try to stretch to reach that light, which means that your seedlings are going to end up really stretchy and floppy, what gardeners call leggy, and those are just not strong transplants. So you definitely want to start your seeds indoors under grow lights because it'll allow your plants to grow upright, strong, with really thick stems, and that's exactly what you want to go for. The other reason you probably want to start seeds indoors is because you don't have to deal with the complications of direct sowing your seedlings into the garden and dealing with things like pests. When I first started my garden, grub worms would literally come and eat my sprouts. The other thing is that you can avoid these bad weather swings. Starting your seeds indoors is kind of like an insurance policy that you can come back from that. You just go to your other seedlings and transplant fresh ones. If you've never started seeds indoors, you might be wondering, do you even need light for seeds to germinate and sprout up out of the soil in the first place? And the answer is it kind of depends. Right now, I'm growing collard greens and broccoli, and those did not need light to germinate. I basically just left those in complete darkness, and in 3 days, they sprouted out of my soil. Okay, so now that we covered that, when should you actually turn on your grow lights if your seeds need light to germinate? And the answer to that question is as soon as you see them sprout. Like I said before, my broccoli seedlings probably came up in like 5 days, and my collard green seedlings came up in 3. As soon as that happened, I turn on my grow lights, and as you can see, they're doing pretty well. They're gonna need that light, like I said before, to start turning the photons into sugar and growing and getting stronger so that they'll have energy to, grow. Okay, so how close should your grow light be to your plants? Well, when they first start sprouting, you want to keep your grow light about 2 to 3 inches away from all of your sprouts. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that's exactly what I have, about 2 inches. Now, I do have some plants here in the back that got a little bit leggy. I'm trying to reach the light when I had it too far up. And so those are getting much more light than these down here, but that's okay. I planted 48 seedlings just to make a little bit of room for error. These ones that you see in the front, they're actually at the right level. It's really easy to give them too much light or not enough light. So you definitely want to every day just check these and look at how the leaves are looking. If they look kind of bleached and pale and the leaves are curling up, that means you're probably getting too much light and you need to raise your grow light up. If your leaves are looking leggy, pale, and kind of stretched out, that means that they are not getting enough light. And so like these here in the back, they had to stretch and reach for the light. So in that case, you have your grow light too high. So all you need to do is lower it back down and make sure that those plants are getting enough illumination every day. This seedling here is the perfect example of getting way too much light. The cotyledons, which are these little floppy leaves here, they're kind of looking a little bleached and pale in some areas, and the leaves are curling. So if you look at these, they look pretty healthy, floppy. But these, by comparison, are kind of wrinkling around the edges, especially like right here. Okay, now compare that to this seedling tray, y'all. Everything looks healthy, green, there's no stretching, there's no pale leaves. So if your trays look anything like this, you have your light at the right distance. Now that you know when to turn your grow lights on, a big question is, how long should you actually leave these on? I think the main thing to think about when you're doing this is, what does the earth already do for the plants that exist outside? 18 hours of sun, 6 hours of complete darkness, and then Basically, the sun rises and sets every day. So you basically want to follow that same pattern. You want to try and give your seedlings about 14 to 18 hours of light every single day. So that's exactly how long you need to leave your grow light on, and you don't want to leave it on all day. So when you go to bed, that's when you turn off your grow light. When you wake up, that's when you turn on your grow light. And here's a pro tip for y'all, because I've definitely made this mistake before. If you accidentally leave your grow lights on for a full 24 hours, don't leave them on for another full 24 hours. Give them a full 24 hours of darkness, because they already had like an overproduction and overstimulation of light. Just give them that same period of rest, and then the following day you can get back on track with like a 14 to 18 hour schedule, but definitely don't overdo it if you make a mistake. Okay, so now you know why to use grow lights, when to use them, how to use them. Now, the only thing you need to know is what type of grow light should you actually be using. I am using the Boost Pro Max grow lights, and it's a modular linking system from Diamond. And this is super affordable, y'all. Only costs $30. This is one pack, which comes with 2 bulbs. So as you can see right here, 1 bulb, 2 bulb, right? I have 48 seedlings, so I actually ended up ordering 2 of these just so I can get that light distance and make sure it stretches across all of my seedlings. You definitely want to look for something that says full spectrum LED. If it's not full spectrum, it might be really heavy on the blue light, but you're going to need the blue light and the red light in order to effectively grow seedlings indoors. And you want to get one that is 5,000 to 7,000 Kelvin. That's exactly what you're going to need. This one is 5,000 Kelvin plus some, so this one has been working perfectly so far for me. Now, when it comes to the flux or the lumens, you definitely want to look for something that has 2,500 to 3,000 lumens. This goes a bit over that, so you'll be covered with this grow light. I got these grow lights from True Leaf Market. They're really bright and they are affordable, y'all. That is the main thing. They work, they grow your plants, and they are affordable. So if you want to check this out, I'll have the link in the description box. Takes you directly to True Leaf Market and you can check them out. But as you can see, y'all, so far so good. This grow light is really helping me grow my seedlings. Right now, a lot of them have their second true leaf, and I'm probably going to keep growing these inside until they have maybe like their 4th or 5th true leaf. But so far so good, y'all. I hope this video helped you start your seeds indoors and avoid all of the annoying things that comes with putting your seeds directly in the ground, like dealing with pests, dealing with wild weather swings. So until next time, happy gardening.